just can't stop, won't stop hustling. But I just
What up, grinders and grindettes? You got a Black Abstract. You're locked in once again, and I appreciate you for it. Listen, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor. Make sure you like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Listen, I know I hate saying that. It's generic. Every YouTuber probably says that, but it really helps grow the channel, and it get me looking forward to seeing you guys again every week. So, Queens, episode 4, titled "Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone." Ain't no sunshine. So just watched the episode for Queens, and listen, they packed a lot in this hour, and I was wondering how they was going to deal with the situation from last week with Brianna's husband dying, Jeff, who is, you know, this dude is a great actor. He's been on a lot of stuff too, man. His name is Ron Rieko Lee. I believe I said that. I believe I said that correctly. I'm not sure. But yeah, this dude done played on a lot of shows, man. He's one of those actors who's probably not well known name wise, but face wise, you're like, oh, I know him. I see him on such and such. And the last show that I saw him on was Survivor's Remorse, which came on Stars, I believe, which was a great show, man. I'm so mad that that show got canceled. It was a great show. But this guy is a great actor, man. He's a veteran, been in the game for a while, so it's sad to see him go. But you know, as the mantra says, the show must go on. So far, Queens has treated us to much drama with music thrown on in between. Listen, I didn't do a review for last week's episode. I just started doing reviews for this because I was still kind of like, the show was growing on me. So I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. You know, the first episode was seemed like it was rushed. Then the second episode was it was and then the third episode, I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere now. Listen, the battle between Eve and Brandy, come on, man, that's classic shit. That's viral shit. I don't know if it went viral or not. I don't know. I don't be on the net that much to see, but man, that was a great ass battle, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. That was some great shit. But anyway, the end of last episode, we see that Eve's character, Brianna, is coming to terms with forgiving her husband. As much as she wanted to hate him for him cheating on her, she just can't seem to do it. You know, that's somebody she's been with for a long period of time, and she was coming to terms of forgiving him. And then we see at the end of the episode, he died as a result of his brain cancer. And it sucked, cause you know, I like the dynamic, the household thing, but I'm be curious to see where it goes from here. And I was wondering to see how Brianna was gonna deal with this fallout or this death, because it's so subtly, you know. She didn't freak out, she didn't spaz out, she wasn't hysterical, she just went and laid on him. And that's where the episode picks up at. You know, she's laying on the stomach still, and she's wondering if she should alert the kids or not. But she's like, listen, I'm gonna give them one more peaceful night, and I'll let them know in the morning time. So you see her like just call the paramedics and just kind of doing what only you can do, you know, the hysterics and stuff. Yeah, I know it's sad and sometimes it's expected, but honestly, it's really nothing you can do. You know, when it's a person's time to go, it's time for them to go. So we see her just doing what she needs to do and calling the paramedics and whatnot. We see that Naomi got pregnant around the time that they were together, and Eric goes to the house to confront her. Brandy's character, Naomi, he goes to confront her about how she got pregnant or whatnot. But the topic is put on hold because Naomi gets a call about Jeff's death. Jill, who is played by Natori Naughton, meanwhile wakes up in a bed with a lady she cheats with, but gets the shock that her girlfriend Tina is coming to her place, forcing her to kick out the other woman who tells her that she did nothing wrong. And I'm like, I don't know if that's necessarily good advice, but listen, people gonna tell you what they want to hear, cause it won't make them look bad or look like a shitbag. So that's my stance with that. Like, oh, you did nothing wrong, you're still coming into yourself and you're figured it out. That's all true, but if she in a relationship, she shouldn't be sleeping around with other people. That's just my opinion. Unless she in an open relationship or she honest, you know what I'm saying? But she's still trying to figure herself out. That's what I get from Jill. She's really trying to figure out who she is. You know what I'm saying? So, and this episode focused more on the woman's personal relationships and her own conflicts. Brianna's showing grief after Jeff's death, which kind of puzzles everyone, which I was puzzled too, because like I said, she didn't act hysterical. She just was kind of calm about everything, and but it's kind of justified, seeing as though he just recently cheated on her. So I guess I'm not gonna say it's justified. It's just understandable. You know what I'm saying? Jill is having anxiety as she avoids Tina and grapples with coming clean to her girlfriend. I thought this was funny as well. And I think she does. Natari Naughton does a good job with this character. I think she does. I think it's a step. I don't know her personally, but it seemed like it's a step outside of who she is. So it's curious. It's nice to see her in like a new, refreshing role than from Power, where she was just Kingpin's wife, who's gangster as well. But I like this. I like seeing her in this spotlight right here. And she's a talented person, you know, musically as well. I don't want to give all the praise to Eve and Brandy. Obviously, they are the veterans because they had longer lasting careers, and you could tell. All right, so meanwhile, Eric just wants to have a relationship with his daughter, but Naomi's not ready to break the news to JoJo. The episode also showcased beautiful soundtracks as we were treated to Brandy and Natari Naughton's incredible voices during that funeral ceremony. I thought that was pretty good. That was pretty dope. When did Brandy start playing the guitar? I don't know, but she need to keep doing it, including it in her act. Also, I thought that baby was Cameron's baby. I think that baby still is Cameron's baby. They ordered the same exact food in episode 3 or 2, 3. That got to be Cameron's baby. I don't care what you say. Jeff Mistress is continually called a house or call his phone. We don't know what for. We haven't spoken to her or seen her since he got caught cheating, and so that's another mystery in itself. Circumstances led Eric and Jodo to bond a bit with Naomi, led her telling the truth to her daughter, which brought some happiness. This sad episode, that was pretty dope at the end, like when they did the musical thing and they did a reflection all around, like when Eve finally broke down, or Brianna finally broke down after talking to the mistress, which was probably therapeutic for her in both ways, in a lot of ways. But dude, before that, when the when old girl went to visit her, first of all, was she out of pocket for going to see her? No, I don't think so, because I think she felt where she was before. She's been in that girl's shoes, so her loving that dude ain't like it was a fluke or nothing. She really cared about that man, you know what I'm saying? So I think she just been in those shoes before, and she never had nobody to talk to, so she was just telling her like, yo, this is what's going on. And the girl didn't know that Jeff had passed away, you know what I'm saying? So she had to find out, and she found out, and she was like, yeah, don't go to the funeral. But you know white folk don't listen. You know this, white folk don't listen. She winds up showing up to the funeral, and this is where we see the emotions start to come out of Brianna, and she attacked her. At first I thought she was just gonna kick her out, man. She hopped on top of that white girl so quick and started pounding her out. I said, yo, I said, South Philly Eve is back. That was hilarious. They grabbed her out. That shit was funny. But anyway, the white girl still don't leave. She stay at the funeral. You know what I'm saying? She like, yeah, you're not taking me from Jeff. He loved me too. But her and Brianna ran up having a heart to heart, and then they finally walk in on them. And this is where Jill explains to her girlfriend that she cheated. And this is after the confessional. The confessional was actually, it helped her because the pastor, preacher, whatever you call him, it was inspired by Jill. He was inspired by her coming out. Now I don't know exactly what he was saying, but he was just saying, yo, I have to live up to this reputation and this kind of what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? I gotta live up to a certain the standard, and it's difficult sometimes that I can't even be myself. And he was inspired by Jill, so he was kind of like, you already made the steps to do what you need to do, so this other shit should be easy. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said, and pretty much so that's yeah, that was pretty suck. But yeah, that scene where Brianna spaz on old girl, man, after faking her comments, she tackled the shit out that work. I said, yo, you should see how amped I was. But yeah, it was great seeing them act as each other's support system later. And it threw a curveball at the end. But like I said, when it was giving, it also motivated Eve or Brianna. Okay, I keep saying Eve. I'm sorry. You know that's Eve. Eve. That's EVE. We love Eve. It also motivated her to give a speech at the end. Everything motivated Jill to tell her partner and come out that, she cheated on her, told on her. I don't think she should have told, but she's one of them people that can't live with guilt or doing shit behind her back. She kind of got to live her truth, and this is just her path to continue to live her truth. Why her relationship is over, I believe. I think it might be the best thing for her because she probably gets to explore her sexuality a little bit more. And not do it. And it was funny earlier, she tried to cover it up. Hey, would you move in with me? That's shit people do when they guilty. They start either complimenting the other, their significant other, or they start kissing their ass more because they feel guilty, or they'll do something extreme like this, like, oh, can you move in with me? Believe me, I was a dog back in my prior days. Yeah, but Brianna gives this beautiful eulogy. And then Brandy and, like I said, Natalia was singing, or Jill and Naomi were singing, and thought it gave for just great background present. And listen, I enjoyed this episode, man. So far, is it my favorite episode? It was good. I didn't know I would enjoy it as much, being as though it didn't center around the music, and that's what I'm here for the show for, is for the music. Because listen, I was a fan of Eve at one point in my life. Huge Brandy fan. Sometimes I forget how much of a Brandy fan I was. I'm talking about, dude, I used to sneak. I'm not even gonna talk about what I used to do. I was playing Baby when I shouldn't have been playing it on the block in my headphone. Niggas think I'm playing some hard shit. I'm playing Brandy. Like, Brandy was everything, man. You can't even front. I just watched Cinderella last night with my daughter before watching Queens because she had never saw it, and she was just like, "Is that the same lady?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's her." But yeah, Eve, Brandy, legends in the game. Natalia Nolan is also, she's been, since she got in the acting game, she's been consistently rising and doing her thing. The other lady, I don't really know too much about, but I think she's funny. I think she's definitely a good inclusion into the fray. You know what I'm saying? They probably could have got somebody better, maybe like a J-Lo, the real J-Lo. But I know J-Lo a little older, so maybe that's why. But all in all, the show's growing on me. I know Eve is taking time off due to her pregnancy, so I don't see the show. And from what I read, the ratings aren't that great. So it's up to us, the people. We got to start spreading the word. Have people watch the show. I love to see people of color on TV. We need that consistently, because not only does it give me stuff to talk about, it's just great for watching. It's inspirational to people of color who have children that look to do things like this. So let's do what we can to keep this show on air. But listen, at the end, when that white girl threw in that casket, I was like, she need her ass beat again, because that's super disrespectful. But then she looked at her and said, "Is you pregnant?" I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that. So that's a whole nother curveball in itself. Great writing, great episode. Let me know what you guys think. Post your comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can do this again. Peace.